say that, but lavender.
My wife has a couple of these columns, and I got the longest one. This one here split in a few places. I don't know if it'll recover, but what I did over here was split the longest one. And of course, anybody that's diving into something like this, you just make measurement around it and then divide that by 2 and you got your half. So, used a chalk line. I should have filmed cutting this, but that's the end result.
So we got this, I don't know what you even call it. Wood column that I picked up off of Facebook Marketplace. I picked up 2 of them, this shorter one and a longer one. My intentions were to use them for decor in our guest bedroom, which is themed beach room. But we've found a new purpose for them. We'll be cutting a slit, probably about 3 or 4 inch wide slit out of it, and we're going to use it for a planter. We will hang them on our chain link fence, fill them with soil, and plant herbs in them. So stay tuned for the cutting out the slit. It's got some cracks in it, so we'll probably be wood gluing that so it stays together good. We've got the longer one already done, almost ready to hang up. Got to do a little tweaking stuff to it and cap the ends to keep the soil in. My husband is going to use a chainsaw and he's going to cut the slits in it, so we'll get started on that. That should be perfect.
Let's see what it looks like.
Should be perfect. When we fill that up, we'll use We'll have to wood glue some to keep it together good. But we'll probably use some kind of S-hook to hang it on the chain link fence. And so we're doing these planters on two sides of our chain link tomato garden. This was one of them. We've already got, it's kind of hard to tell, but we've already got it cut out. We will be burning the whole thing to waterproof it good. Then we'll put some holes in the bottom for drainage. And then we'll be putting some holes in it to put some S-hooks to be able to hang it on the chain link fence. So that one is done. Now we've got this one that my husband just cut for the other side of the chain link fence. I'm going to secure with some wood glue this portion that was cut, that was broken. And if it doesn't hold up, it'll be fine. I'm going to get it all cleaned up, and then I'm going to put some wood glue on those cracks. And then clamp that up and then let that dry overnight. And then tomorrow we can, hopefully, if the rain holds out, but we've had rain for a few days and we've got another few days of rain. So we want to burn them before we hang them. It'll make them pretty and it'll help keep them, well, they'll last longer. Anyway, repurposing these into something else that we need it for. So we've got this one that had the cracks in it. We've got it glued. Got some clamps on it. We'll let that set up for 24 hours. And then we've got this piece right here that broke off from the underside that I will glue back on tomorrow and wait another day for that to also set up. So we've got the end caps on this one. This one is a 7-foot 7-inch piece. Not quite the length that we needed or that would fill up the one side of the tomato garden, but it's what we had, and we are repurposing it and using it for this project because that's what we do. We're resourceful and try to repurpose things into something else instead of buying planters that are kind of pricey right now. And we are going to burn this to
treat it,
to give it a treatment from the weather elements.
I had that big torch from Harbor Creek.
Yeah, you might go through one of those canisters getting this one burned. But still a whole lot cheaper than buying planters at about $13 each.
Yep.
What were they, like 24 inches for $13?
30 inches.
I think it'll be awesome. And we'll get these out of the shop, repurpose and use them for this project. hopefully it works out for our needs. This is going to be my herb garden bed. It'll hang on the fence, on the outside of the fence, because we're limited on garden space. We do plan to expand the garden next year with a 10 by 20 greenhouse. But that'll be a project because we have to clean up the area where we're going to put the greenhouse. We have it's a high tunnel greenhouse, 10 by 20. How tall is it? About 8 foot?
Roughly.
But we have to clear out the space where we're going to put it. We know where we're going to put it. We just have to get the space cleared. But we figured we'd get it done this summer, spring, summer, and hopefully have it ready for the fall.
Blowing your eyeballs up.
We've got honeysuckle and thorned blackberries growing out here. We used to have a neighbor that lived out here. She used to come pick the blackberries. We've planted some thornless blackberries that we were given from somebody else's garden that they were getting rid of. But we're hoping to eventually have this all burned out. We're gonna build a deck out here. We'll build a deck coming off of our front porch. This whole area will be deck at some point. Down there's our garden. Everything's so green and plush. You can't even see the back side of the property anymore. Everything's so green. Just about got the inside burned. Let's start on the outside of it. Get that one, Ted.
This thing's put together in several places. Can't believe that had sap in it, as dry as that is.
We've had them for about 3 years.
Still got sap.
Since we've had them.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Just like fatwood, it wants to take off. Right there too. If anybody doesn't understand.
My husband mentioned fatwood. If you're interested in knowing what fatwood is, you can watch our video on we've discovered a gold mine. And that'll show you and talk to you about what fatwood is and the purpose of it. We discovered a gold mine. That's the name of the video. Sun's coming out.
Sucker punch.
We've got storms coming in for the next few days. Now we're trying to get some of this outside stuff done while we can. And we can't work on outside stuff. We are building a large shelving unit inside of our Connex that's going to have all of our canning sitting on. And that's another video you'll make sure you want to watch. So make sure you subscribe to our channel. We've got a couple of videos out there where we were prepping the ground, digging out the hillside to place the Connex, and we've got a video where the Connex was put in place, and we've got a painting and installing a door in the Connex video, and there will also be another video coming soon for the putting in shelving in the Connex. The Connex is going to be part root cellar, part storm shelter. So make sure you want to watch those. We are preppers. We are resourceful. We like to recycle and reuse things. And these columns are being repurposed into something we needed. We were looking online on Amazon at planter boxes for my herbs, and they were just so expensive. I'm like, what do we have? What could we use in place of that? And I thought about these columns that have been sitting in the corner for about 3 years. My husband's been wanting to burn them and get rid of them, and I'm like, nope, not yet, not yet. Might have a need for them. I was going to cut them down and put like 3 or 4 together and drape some fish netting on them and hang some little beach themed things. Our guest bedroom when we built our farmhouse, which there's a video out there of us building a rustic farmhouse. You'll definitely want to watch that. That is, it took us 3.5 years to build it. We built it mortgage free, so that's the reason it took so long. So make sure you go watch that video. But we did most of the work ourselves, and I got these columns off Marketplace. I said, oh, those would be good in the guest bedroom, which we are doing a beach theme in the guest bedroom. That's still a work in progress, but a beach theme That way, if we got tired of being out here in the rustic, because our farmhouse is rustic, we thought, well, we'd stay the night in the beach room and feel like we're at the beach. We've just about got this first one wrapped up. We will drill out, we're going to drill out 5 holes in the bottom of it, in about the areas where he's at, just for water drainage. Give the water something to drain. I love the way it looks, this burned wood. And this one will be ready for hanging and putting soil in.
You got to get hooks.
Got to get some S hooks, or figure out exactly what kind of hooks we need to be able to hang it on the fence.
What do you think?
I love it. Another project down. Well, part of it. We still have the smaller section. We're gonna do a lot of herbs. So this is my first time to do any herb gardening. So looking forward to having lots of herbs. One in the middle.
Gonna do one in the middle. Wife's putting in the drain holes. Go ahead, baby. We do have it burnt for treatment. Come over a little bit more, because you're going to put one at the end.
Is that right there?
Yep. Your end caps are going to bleed a little bit anyway.
Okay.
All right.
We have both of our herb planters cut. We have them burned out. Holes for the drainage are drilled out in them. And these will be for herbs. Been working on our planters. We've got them both installed. We just used some chain to hold it up on the fence. And I've got my little homemade markers in there. I've got all my herbs planted in there. This is a 7-foot, about 7.5-foot planter. Then I've got my other one hanging over here. This one's a 5-footer. And I've got some garlic, basil, parsley, cilantro, escutcheon. I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but it's chives and lemon balm. Those are mostly annuals, and I mostly did perennials in this bed over here. I've got primrose yellow, primrose purple, chamomile, marjoram, I'm not sure how to say that, but lavender, dill, tarragon, rosemary, sage, thyme, oregano, and mint. And that will finalize the garden herb planting in the homemade boxes of recycled material that we already had. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, we would appreciate you subscribing and watch all of our videos. We do a lot of different things, gardening and all kinds of homesteading projects. We've got gardening, planting of the garden. Tomatoes are doing really good, by the way. Anyway, click that notification bell and leave us a comment if there's something you suggest or have a question about. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.